21st Century World album. This one also photographed by Darren Lau, art direction by Mike McLaughlin, produced by my buddy Mike Montali, who at the time was in a band called Hollis Brown, lead singer of a band called Hollis Brown, now was in a band called Fantastic Cat, doing fantastically well. So Mike produced this record. We recorded it in Brooklyn, using a band basically of the guys in Hollis Brown. Andrew Zana on drums, Brian Courage on bass, Don DeLego plays bass on a song. He's also a Fantastic Cat. Randy Mitchell on guitars, Adam Bach on keyboard, Mike Montali on backing vocals. So yeah, that's it. Your World Now. It's a song it's a generational song of handing the ball off to the next generation. It's your world now. Sorry for the condition we're giving it to you in, but do the best you can. It Ain't Cool, Politician Serving the Wrong Master. Charade. Charade is a song about social media. True Believers. True Believer is a song about my discontent with much of the Christian world. I am a Christian man, but I think Christianity has been hijacked. The message of Jesus has been hijacked. I think it's become a bubble of belief. True Believer, I'm complaining about that. So far it looks like 21st Century World has more of a social commentary than some of my other records. Because this record I'm kind of not talking about loss anymore, I'm not talking about losing, or not talking about falling in love so much as I'm talking about the state of the world. Next song is called Common Sense. I stole the title from Thomas Jefferson's book. It seems that we're at a loss for common sense, and we desperately need it. Side B, 2 sides to it all. Batshit crazy. I was doing this art project with Giorgio Moroder. It was a Doug Aiken art project, and it's, 2015, I think, and that's the year we did this record. And we're on this train in studio, we create this song, me and Giorgio, that was part of the deal. But there was a bunch of other artists coming in and out, and I started recognizing a number of these really beautiful women who were super cool, but really crazy. I got into this whole fantasy of my head of going back in my life and recognize that, there's this thing in me that's attracted to this kind of girl, who's just beautiful, but like crazy. So that's what that song's about. When Cinderella Dies. So I was a single man back in the world, and I'm meeting women and going to parties and things I hadn't done in years. And I recognize that there's a big community of single moms who are raising kids. And so basically that song, talks about them, how this guy promises them forever and then, basically leaves her by the side of the road. The point line of that song is, who do you become when Cinderella dies? Boom. Next song, talking about a revolution. It is a song by Tracy Chapman, obviously. Mike was like, why don't you do a cover? I've never done a cover. My philosophy of Bruce doing covers used to be, you're not really a singer, you're a songwriter. So sing your songs and, don't mess up anybody else's. But anyway, Mike convinced me to do a cover song, so that I thought, in keeping with the social awareness theme of this particular record, I would do Talking About a Revolution. Love Tracy Chapman. It's a great song. And, I view revolution as the ultimate evolution of where this social injustice situation that we are in the world spins out to where the people who are suffering, unable to establish a life for themselves, are such a large group, and their only alternative is revolution. So that could happen. Analyzing stars. Sometimes as I'm living my life, there are these moments where I look for signs. I've always told my kids, read the signs, So I'm somebody who looks around for signs in prayer, in coincidence, if you want to call it that, dream life sometimes. I just include all of those things into the equation of how I live my life and how I make decisions. So that's what Analyzing Stars is about. Coney Island days. You know, you're of a certain age now, you know, maybe you're a retired guy and you find yourself walking the boardwalk or the beach every day, and, you know, you're looking over your life and thinking, man, I could have, I would have, I should have. But at the same time, you recognize that there's still a child inside you, there's still a dreamer inside you. But, you know, something about where you are in your life wants to speak to you about, I'm not allowed to do that anymore. You know, my life is so much behind me, and I'm of the belief that you can always dream, and that's part of being alive is dreaming and, you know, entertaining that child inside of you who is always there. So, Coney Island days, 21st century world, I don't know.